Hey there, folks. Blockbuster Beach Bum here, lazily analyzing the films you may or may not have seen on the big screen. And today I'm going to be talking about a very important topic. That topic today is the Superman-Batman movie to be released in 2015. Now, for those of you who have been living under a rock for the past couple of days, let me explain. DC Comics made an announcement at San Diego Comic-Con that in 2015 they were going to release the next film in their cinematic universe, because DC of course wants to compete with Marvel, who Marvel is already on phase 2 of their initiative with the superheroes. Everybody wants to build multi-superhero franchises. That's the main goal for these studios. That's why they're collecting and trying to keep so many of them. But anyway, so you have DC making this announcement, and there are a lot of people who are excited. There are quite a few people who are skeptical and aggravated, and there are those like myself who just want to examine it. Now, this year we've been treated to Man of Steel, what is supposed to be the first entry of the DC cinematic universe. This is like how Iron Man was to the Avengers. He's like the first film, and it's going to kick off the rest of this big franchise. So, Man of Steel's the first one. I saw Man of Steel twice in the big screen. I think it was okay. My opinions have changed drastically since I first saw it. When I first saw it, I really loved it. But after I thought about it for a long and hard, conversations with people, reading reviews and all that stuff, I'm going to do another review when it comes out on Blu-ray, but for now it's an okay film. It's a disappointment, to say the least. But the film made money, and there are people who do love the film. The film made over 600 million worldwide, if I'm not mistaken. And didn't break 300 domestically. My uncle and I my uncle and I talk about, box office and superhero stuff all the time, and we were pretty sure it was going to make 300 domestically, but it's probably going to be out of theaters this week or at the latest next week. Not going to be in theaters much longer. And it's going to come out on Blu-ray, I think in October. I'm not sure. I got to check up on that. But anyway, Man of Steel came out this year. We had, there are some Easter eggs throughout the film. So there you go. Aside from that, okay, 2015, people take issue with this announcement for several reasons. First off, you're not giving Batman a separate reboot. People wanted to be like Marvel, where Marvel, all the major players get their own movie to develop. Like Thor, Captain America, Hulk, and Iron Man. So far, Iron Man has had 3 movies. Thor and Captain America are going to get another movie later this year and coming up next year. Hulk may not get a movie for a long time. That probably won't happen for a while, if anything, because Hulk is a very difficult character to write for. Probably, I say sometimes Superman's a difficult character to write for, but Hulk's difficult. But I'm going on a tangent here. But anyway, people take issue with this because it's like, okay, Batman's not even getting his own singular reboot at the moment. And this means the spotlight will be off Superman a little bit, because we expected Man of Steel 2 to be, focused on Superman and address the problems that happened in the third act. Because if you don't know, spoiler alert, the third act, basically most of Metropolis is annihilated. And this has caused the most controversy with Man of Steel, is that Superman is not like Superman. So we're going to have to address the problems in Man of Steel. And people worried it's like, oh, Batman, it's going to become the Batman show. Or I thought, my joke was, oh, it's not called Man of Steel 2. It's going to be called Batman and His Alien Sidekick. Because let's face it, Batman has had a great surge of popularity. Batman's a very popular character. You could have a movie about Batman just watching a soap opera, and that'll have an $80 million opening weekend. That's how popular the character is. And of course, the Nolan Batman movies have accelerated that popularity to unheard of heights. And for a lot of people, the Nolan Batman movies are like the superhero movies they can enjoy if they don't like superhero movies, if that makes any sense. Because the Nolan movies are like, I've heard people describe it like police dramas with a guy in a rubber suit, or some people say like a Sidney Lumet Batman movie, which is a pretty cool description. Other problem people have with this, other problems include the fact that, oh, it's too soon. You need like 3 years. And they're going way too fast towards Justice League. What are they doing with a solo Flash movie? This is causing so much controversy. I was very skeptical. And then I talked to my uncle for a good long time about the possibilities of this next movie. And I'm a bit more excited. I'm more excited than I was before. In fact, I did a recording of this video when I was like, oh, this is stupid, this is horrible. And then he called. And we talked, and I'm like, I can't do this now. I gotta rethink this. So right now, this is what I'm thinking. Batman Superman is a good idea for one reason. Now, I know a lot of people who don't like Batman, if that surprises you. I know they're like, I hate Batman. He's overexposed. But you need Batman and Justice League. You need Batman and Superman to be working franchises in a Justice League world. I think that makes sense. That's reasonable. Even if you don't like the two characters, you have to admit that. It's like the Avengers. Even if you don't like Iron Man needs to be there. Okay? So that's how it is. Some people might disagree with me, but look at the Iron Man movies themselves and Robert Downey Jr. You need that character. At least you need the character. I think the way DC is setting this up is good because first off, earlier this year, Warner Brothers, it seemed like, had no plan, and I was worried. I was like, dear mother of God, the apocalypse is upon us, and we will never get a Justice League movie done right, at least. Now, I'm hearing about this. I'm hearing, okay, we're going to have Superman, Batman 2015, Flash 2016, and Justice League 2017. It's a good series of films. I don't know how well Flash is going to do, but I hope they stick to their guns and go for Justice League in 2017. I'm not of the party that thinks Justice League should be in 2020. That's a ridiculous idea. 2015 is too soon for Justice League. 2017 is a good idea. Here are my reasons. Let's take a look at the Avengers, like the Marvel formula. In 2008, Marvel put out Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. 2010, they put out Iron Man 2. 2011, they put out Thor and Captain America. And then in 2012, last year, they put out the Avengers. Now, in that span of time, they put out 6 movies. And I'm not going to say the Hulk was the biggest financial blockbuster ever, but those movies made money. Some of them may have gotten some mixed reviews, but they kept pushing forward and they had a plan. And that's 6 movies in a period of, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2010, 2011, like 4 years. Like a period of 4 years, 2008 to 2012. Now we're talking about 2013 to 2017, just 4 films. Man of Steel, Superman, Batman, Flash, and Justice League. 4 films in a matter of 4 years, basically, give or take. That's not bad. I think that's very doable. If they have scripts and they have people working on it, I think they've got something. I think, look, you gotta, I'm not saying Warner Brothers has to rush. I'm not saying they have to put out Justice League by 2015 or 2016. That's ridiculous. But 2017, 2018 always seemed like the reasonable date, a reasonable expectation for Justice League to happen. That was what my mind was. 2015 just seemed way too soon. I mean, are you seriously going to do that? No. I think Superman, Batman works for another reason. 2012, we had the conclusion to the Dark Knight trilogy. That's over. As far as we know, Bale's not going to do any more of these movies, and I don't think they're going to expand on the Nolan universe. I think that's done. I think they have enough respect for the property to say, you know what, it made us some good money, good merchandising, got some nice critical praise, but we're gonna put it down. But we gotta have Batman. So I think without rebooting Batman without rebooting and getting him a separate reboot immediately, like there were some rumors 2017 Batman reboot, then we get a way to introduce Batman into this universe, okay? And not in a way like, his own movie, but he's in a movie with Superman, and he gets introduced into the universe, and he's gonna be a big part, and that way you don't have to, do a reboot and slow your process down, because that's the other thing you have to realize. How many of these solo movies you're going to make before Justice League? I mean, you can't tell me you're going to want to make a Wonder Woman and a Flash and another Green Lantern. That's ridiculous. You can't do Green Lantern right now because Green Lantern was a huge flop a few years ago. Flash and Wonder Woman seem the only other options because that seems like the core base. Like Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Flash. Those seem like the core five. Wonder Woman might be a bit difficult because of reasons. Wonder Woman just seems like to be a harder property to write. Then Flash, we'll see what happens with Flash. Flash, I'm slightly skeptical, but we'll see what happens. But with this Justice League plan, I think it could work. I'm not going to say it's going to be perfect. I'm not going to say, oh my God, I'm going to guarantee it's going to work. But I think, considering what Marvel has done with 6 movies in that 4-year period of 2008 to 2012, I think DC could do the same for 2013 to 2017 if they just work on the screenplays a little bit and all that stuff. Now, the other thing you have to do that worries me, you got to cast a good Batman. Bale's doesn't seem like he wants to do it. I don't want a young Batman. I don't want a Ryan Gosling playing Batman, or I don't know. I just don't want somebody who's so young playing Batman. I want somebody who's experienced. I don't want an really old man playing Batman. I don't want, I don't know. I don't want an old person playing Batman. I want someone who's he's older, more experienced Batman, but he's still got some kick left in him, if that makes any sense. Kind of like Bale. Some people are saying John Hamm. I don't know if that could work. I can't take him seriously. I mean, I liked him in The Town, but I don't know. But anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments below about what you think of a Batman-Superman movie. Who do you think should be cast as Batman? Do you disagree with me and think DC is rushing this totally? And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. I'm the Blockbuster Beach Bum, lazily analyzing the films you may or may not have seen on the big screen. Peace.